Yo guys, Lee Henkin here. So quick video today. I'm going to be talking about target market research or niche research basically, and just some like different things you can do to do niche target market research, and make sure you know well the market you're going to be reaching out to as part of your lead generation. So obviously this is really important. Because if a lot of people, I'll speak to people and they tell me they can't get their lead gen campaigns working. Doesn't matter what channel it is, and then some people you kind of dig deeper and you realize they don't even know what their target market wants and needs. So this is why the kind of niche research is really important. Okay, because when you know what they want, need, what they struggle with most, you can basically take that info, put it into your messaging. So then you have that target message match, which is super important, fundamental for marketing success in general. So let's dive into that. Some tips for you, niche target market research, tips you can use that'll help you with finding out what your target market wants, so then you can make sure your messaging matches that. So I would say the easiest way to do this today in 2023 is honestly using ChatGPT. I started using this, I don't know, a few months ago, probably longer now, can't remember, purely for research. Like, you can use it for a whole bunch of different research purposes, but it's really good for niche market research, okay? You can just type in a prompt, something like, I'm a marketing director at a CPG beverages company with that has 500 employees. I have 10 marketing people that work under me. What are the biggest digital marketing challenges that a CPG company of my size with my number of people in marketing would have? Something like that. Like, I've just made that up, but just to give you an idea of how that would work. So you put a prompt into ChatGPT, being as specific as possible. Okay, really important to not do vague generalities with ChatGPT. You got to be specific with your prompts if you want good answers from it. So something like that, and it will spit back. I've used this many times for client campaigns, for example, where I'll plug in something like that, like I just provided as an example, and it'll spit back a whole bunch of info. And a lot of the times, to be honest, actually matches what the client tells me, but sometimes I'll find gaps and things like that. So this is why I do it. So that's probably the fastest way to do it, though, to do niche research, to be honest, is using ChatGPT and just using very specific prompts. And then what you do is you can just like copy and paste that information from ChatGPT into like a Google Doc or a spreadsheet or whatever. Main thing is you compile it somewhere, and then you can use that essentially to create like your messaging, regardless of the channel. So that's one way to do it, and that's easily the fastest way to do it, in my opinion, is using ChatGPT. You pretty much do that like literally right after this call. That's how fucking easy it is. The second way to do this, which is kind of the more old school method, and I would still recommend this, to do a bit of this actually, just because it'll help you get a more complete picture of your ideal client profile. Some of the old school ways that I was doing before ChatGPT was Google searches. Look at the comments people leave on topics related on YouTube related to what you're doing. Facebook groups, so I don't really do that much anymore, but I used to use that a lot for research purposes. What else is there? Quora, different forums online, Twitter. Like, you can follow influencers there, look at what their like audience is saying in the comments about their problems and stuff. And it's the same thing. You would just like copy and paste like these things you find into a Google Doc or a spreadsheet. So what else is another one I used to use? LinkedIn was a good one. And I would actually probably say the best one, probably speaking to your speaking to your prospects on the phone or whatever. So, you know, when you're getting actual calls booked, actually just asking them what their problem is. That's probably going to be the easiest. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. There's some niche research tips for you. ChatGPT, though, is probably where I would start if you want to do this really quickly, because you could literally do it like right now, and then the rest of it would be kind of those older methods I mentioned, just to fill in some gaps. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Saves you a shitload of time using ChatGPT anyway, allows you to get started much quicker. That's why I do it now. And yeah, that's pretty much it. If you're on YouTube watching this, subscribe. If you've got any questions, let me know in the comments. Yeah, stay tuned for the next video. Thanks.